Hi, friends. For this week, one big change that you're going to notice is that our primary reading assignment for the discussion board is actually a TED Talk. So, not a sit down and look at words, but a video that will hopefully give your eyes and brain a little bit of a break from exclusively processing written work. We are going to be jumping in on our Project 2 rough draft for this week, which does involve going through and looking at an advertisement. The assignment is primarily written with the assumption that you will be using a visual advertisement, so like a page in a magazine or a billboard or a movie poster or something like that. Those are all fair game. However, I do allow other types of advertisements, rhetorical pieces as well. So if you wanted to do a rhetorical analysis of like a public service announcement, that would be fair game. Ads that pop up on like Hulu, YouTube, wherever else. Um, TV for those of you who still watch cable. Um, Anything along those lines. I will say it is technically allowable to do a audio only advertisement for this. But I have had students in the past who did that and really struggled with it a lot of the time, because a lot of times they will be just people reading ad copy before like podcasts or things like that. Um, Sponsored content in YouTube videos is also a little bit tougher. I've had people who really struggled with that one in the past, particularly if it's from YouTube channel creator, whatever, that they do not know particularly well. And same thing for like sponsored content on TikTok and things like that. So those are allowable, but if you're not fairly comfortable with your skills, if Project One didn't come pretty easily for you, then I would recommend going for either a visual advertisement or a commercial, like a Super Bowl ad or something along those lines. Um, Otherwise, still following the same kind of structure we have for the last couple of weeks, still reading quiz, still discussion, grammar practice. There is a APA citations activity this week. Specifically, our class is using APA, which might feel a little bit weird because we're an English class, and normally English classes use MLA. Don't worry, it feels a little bit weird to me too. But because this is a general education kind of service learning style class, um, basically, unless you're an English major or some other language major, you're not going to be using MLA out in the real world. Not in the real world, but in your further academic pursuits, you're probably going to be using either APA or Chicago or something that is very closely derived from one of those. So we in the English department have made the decision that we're going to use APA. I think it's also a good idea to be familiar with multiples in terms of those citation styles, kind of get an idea of what the logic of each one is. I personally, in my publishing, primarily I use Chicago Turabian style because I'm a folklorist, so we kind of work in a weird, sort of Englishy, sort of history, sort of anthropology kind of world, and two-thirds of those use Chicago style. Um, if I'm not doing that, then it probably will end up being an APA for the little bit of writing that I do that's more on like the psychological side of things, or the social science side of things. A lot of those will end up using something that is much more akin to APA than they would to MLA as well. So I use all three of them pretty regularly, and they are a good thing to get to know. But in any case, that's what we have coming up this week, and as always, I look forward to continuing to work with you guys.